14 First Division fixtures have produced 62 goals, an average of 4.5 a game. So although the fact that the opposition have scored 33 of those means Watford are in the bottom three, the crowds here at Vicarage Road are 25% up on this time last year. It's to stem the flow of goals against that John McClellan, the Northern Ireland defender, has been signed from Glasgow Rangers. He's played league football in all 4 home countries, played in all 4 divisions in England, and played in every position on the field. Well, Watford earned their first home win on McClellan's debut last week, but their plan to keep the side which finished that match has been disrupted by a training injury to David Bardsley. So at number 2, Lee Sinnott, who was dropped to make way for McClellan, returns at right back. Sheffield Wednesday are without their regular number 2, the injured Mel Sterland, so Gavin Oliver continues there. At number 7, Brian Marwood returns at the expense of John Pearson, who's the substitute. And Sheffield Wednesday, always a well-supported club themselves, and many of their fans have made their way down from Yorkshire for this afternoon's game. Maurice Robinson from Sutton Coldfield is the man in charge. Well, this match has been billed, rightly or wrongly, as the battle of the long ball. 2 teams whose arrival in the First Division was stamped with a label demanding early delivery. Kenny Jackett at left back for Watford, who are in the yellow shirts. Sheffield Wednesday in their famous stripes, playing from the right. Terry. There's Sterling. That's Smith marking Riley. Both taking a tumble. Smith did well. Berardi. It's Mark Smith again to Andy Blair. Marwood's out on the right wing. Oliver's overlapping outside him. There's Riley. Support here, both ways. Riley's shot. Oh, and a mistake, and Blissett nearly in. Well, we've had lots of rain. The ball may be slippery, but Blissett almost cashing in on a mistake by goalkeeper Martin Hodge. Riley's drive was a sudden one, and Hodge couldn't hold it. Blissett off him for a goal kick. Berardi. John McClellan warding him off. Forward by Smith. This is Rostron. Oliver. Taylor getting in well. Sinnott. Taylor on to Riley. And still George Riley. That was promising. A deflection, and it's an easy goal for John Barnes. John Barnes the scorer, and George Riley very much involved. He made good space as Sheffield Wednesday momentarily thought about offside. The shot was deflected over the goalkeeper, and John Barnes ran in after 12 minutes to add to his 2 for England in midweek, the first goal for Watford today. Barnes' 8th goal of the season. That puts him 1 ahead of Luther Blissett in the Watford scoring charts. This is Varadi, good control. Now it's Shelton with the ball inside. Marwood. And a corner to Sheffield Wednesday. And George Riley helping out. Here's Shelton, a volleyed pass back to Andy Blair. And that was a mistake by Sinnott, and Varadi's in there. And hooked across for Riley again to make the saving header away from Gavin Oliver. Blissett. What a good ball by Blissett, and Barnes, look at the pace there. Fantastic pace by John Barnes. It took him clear of the entire defence. Sheer speed. Terrific pass by Blissett. Corner to Watford. Taken by Sterling. And Hodge taking it away from Riley. On by Chapman. Blissett. And Luther Blissett goes alone. Oh, good save. Explosive shot, aimed for the near post area from Blissett, and Martin Hodge equal to it. And Riley's causing them problems, and Barnes shoots over when he was well placed. Well, the way Watford have started this match, you'd never believe that they were in the bottom three in the First Division. They're very much on top in the opening 20 minutes, and Riley is one reason why. Riley, Taylor. Watford have got 6 players forward here. This is Sterling. It opened up for Sterling. Good save again. Sterling, who scored in his last 3 matches for Watford, deprived by Martin Hodge. John Barnes is there with Oliver, whose clearance only finds Sinnott. And that's a very good idea. There were 2 Watford players free on the left. There might still be one, and it's Blissett. And they've got a queue of players here in the penalty area, Watford. And Blissett's cross deflected. Well played by Jackett. Foul there. Rostron was clipped. No, the play's been brought back. The follow-up didn't matter. The linesman was flagging for an offside, as Rostron himself was fouled anyway, so there were 2 reasons why play could have been stopped. Well, it's wrong to say that these 2 teams play the same way, despite all the pre-match previews. John Barnes is a winger, and Sheffield Wednesday don't play with 2 wingers, and it was John Barnes whose goal put Watford in front after 12 minutes for a half-time lead, which on the balance of play they deserve. Watford have yet to keep a clean sheet in a league match this season, so they'll be striving for that in the second half. Sheffield Wednesday, by contrast, have only failed to score in 2 league matches, and they've come in the last 3 games. Those blanks. So a couple of records could be altered there. Here's Sterling. Les Taylor with no real chance there. This free kick going to be taken by Sinnott. Line of 4 Watford players waiting on the edge of the area. And half away by Oliver. Rostron. Barnes. Good looking turn by John Barnes. A lovely chip and just over. But that's the sort of individual spontaneous skill of which Barnes is capable and which has put him, thankfully now it seems, for a prolonged spell into the England team. So capable of turning his man like that and then doing the unusual. So we're 10 minutes into the second half here. The score's still 1-0 to Watford. And Sheffield Wednesday have the free kick to be taken by Gavin Oliver. Chapman is climbing on the far side, claiming that he was fouled, but the referee not interested. Here's Blair, looking for Varady, who's got some pace. John McClelland uncertain of his clearance. Marwood was hovering, and that's hit the post, and a lucky escape for Watford. Marwood, the unlucky player. A really good effort by Marwood on the turn, and it came back off the foot of the post, and the rebound favoured Watford. Barnes. Good effort again. He's tested Hodge there. They're appealing for a corner, but he just kept it in, actually. Martin Hodge. Oh, look at that piece of skill. And Barnes has found Riley. Sliced the clearance. Oh, and Sterling came in. And if you really analyse the goals that Watford score, if you want to analyse the goals scored in football generally, there's a position around that far post where so many go in. But back earlier in the move, John Barnes' piece of skill was worth coming to see in itself. When the move developed, the ball was whipped across to that far post position, and Worrell Sterling could have had a goal. We made the point about the loyalty of the Watford support, and there are 18,346 here today on a murky November afternoon. And Watford's relationship with the local community underlined by their attendances this season. Shirtliff. Good play by Blair. Shelton. Chapman. It's a throw-in. Jacket forced to concede the corner. Shelton coming through for the shot. It's Smith who pushes it back in again, and Mark Smith once more. And Watford are battling here. Terry, they can't get it away. Lofted back once more towards Varady, and now Marwood. And Chapman's coming in. Tony Coton, half a punch on it. George Riley finally volleys clear, to the relief of the Watford fans, but for how long? Marwood. And they're diving in a bit there. And there's another header. Oh, and it's been fumbled by Coton, and Marwood's there again. And so close. For Shelton, actually. Well, that was one of Sheffield Wednesday's nearest moments to a goal, and it was Gary Shelton whose header gave Coton the difficulty. Marwood trying to get onto the rebound, but the Watford goalkeeper would have been relieved there. Chapman, Shelton, Varady. And still Varady. Can he find a colleague? He can, and the save from Shelton by Coton. And twice now, Varady set the play up, but twice now Shelton has come very close to equalising. Barnes. Onside, Luther Blissett. No, good goalkeeping actually. It may look like a very bad miss, but Hodge came off his line there, and I don't think Luther Blissett really had anything to shoot at all, except the goalkeeper. He tried to steer it past him, and it didn't look a good finish. On by Chapman. Up goes Lyons, away by Jacket. Chapman again. It's a Watford throw. The Watford supporters are whistling anxiously. And Riley needs to make that. Here's Chapman for Wednesday, and Worthington. Sterling hoisting it away, and this could be Sheffield Wednesday's last chance. It's going to be Blair with the corner. Not the best that he could have produced, and Watford may be on the way to rebuilding their season. It's their second successive home victory in consecutive weeks. It's the first time they've kept a clean sheet in a league match this season, and it's Sheffield Wednesday's fourth match without a win, 3 of which have been lost, and in 3 of which they failed to score. So there could be trends in that. We should have to wait and see. But on the day, it was John Barnes who got the only goal, and he had moments in the match